Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. It's time for more EU4 Carthage. I'm your lovely host, Galvin. And where we last left off, we were preparing for barbarian invasions. So, the first one nears, possibly, we shall see. Alumni, as far as I can tell, has been at military tech for 14 for a while. So, I'm going to take a guess and say that they're probably pretty close to military tech 15. And thus need to be the first ones I actually care for. Revolt in Mecca. It's a good thing I sent some troops down here right before the episode began. I'm just like, I need to get some troops on top of Mecca, just in case. Turns out, paid off. Did we get there in time? No, damn. Whatever, it's nationalists, I'm not too concerned. Do we? Yeah, we do win, good. Maybe? Wow, just fucking barely lost. Alright, well, whatever. Anyway, when Alumni hits Tech 15, they'll, wow, I guess they just surrendered to rebels. Okay, I was actually talking about how the barbarian invasion may not happen as a result of them having negative stability or rebel-occupied provinces. However, they now have neither of those things. So there is actually a good chance that they may go through with the barbarian invasion after all. Alright, and Mecca's retaken. Good. No problems. With Romagna being... Why are you angry? Oh yeah, because you're Chalcedonian now. And for the worst part, I can't convert you back for another 5 years at minimum. Alright. That's slightly a nuisance, I would say. But either way, we'll be okay. It'd probably be wise if I did indeed choose a deity, though. I think Shamash shall be continued, since that is the difference between having revolts in Romagna and not having revolts in Romagna. Seems like the logical course of action to me. Alright. Yeah, fucking religious unity. Hopefully the Christian thing doesn't get too out of hand. That's the thing. When we go to war with Alumni, we have to play for keeps. Anything occupied by them will be ceded to them. They don't have to take it in a peace deal. They just get it. So that's why all my troops are stacked so tightly on this border. Because I know the very second this breaks, I have to make my march. And like dig in their territory and not let anything through. With a single unit composite bowman to go to Wad. Yep. And now we just have to wait. We know the barbarian invasion's coming. Frizzy is still at Tech 13, so they're a pretty sizable way behind. I'm not too concerned about them. Quidi could do an invasion. I guess they may have opted not to, or something, because they could have by now invaded Byzantium. The Gepids still control a decent chunk of, I guess, Greece, yeah. I'm just like, I feel like it shouldn't be called Greece if it's not owned by the Greeks, you know? But, you know, I guess it is still Greece. Alright. So now we just wait. Alumni needs to make their move. I mean, I could raise the forts, but I don't really think that's necessary. I mean, first they'd have to rout my army, which is highly unlikely. Interesting to note, Romagna has 0 revolt risk. It is 0.05, just straight from religious unity. What do we need right now? We aren't going for particularly many cores, so I feel like we have admin ideas finished. What tech are we lacking right now? We're ahead of time and everything? I guess we're okay. Yeah, I'll choose him. If for no other reason than I I do like having extra admin points, because if we go to war here in Alumni, we might just take more of Italy, if we're successful. We do have to watch out. A barbarian invasion gives them plus 30% morale, so I do have to be cautious about how I approach the situation. Subi tells us of a peasants' war, so they're definitely no threat to us. Like I said, at this point we just have to wait for Alumni to make their move. I don't think we're too under threat from the barbarians. But the barbarians are really only a problem if they catch you off guard. And that's the real problem. Like right now I could be going to war with Parthia and stacking 50 troops up there and taking most of Mesopotamia. But I can't because I have to babysit my northern border. So the barbarians are an effective method with which to slow me down. That I will say. Alright. So we're just kind of stuck. Well, we wait. Military Tech 14. They gotta hit 15 sooner or later, alright? Like, what is their ruler's stat? They have a 5 in military. They've gotta hit military 15 soon. There's no way they can't. There's no way. Oh man, and the Gepids are beating up Byzantium again. Now, this isn't a barbarian invasion, since they did that already. So they're just duking it out in a regular war, but they still risk taking a decent chunk of Greece. Okay there, Syria. Let's send some troops to aid. Because I don't know if they're going to manage... Looks like Palmyra's got them, actually. Good. Good work, Palmyra. See, I don't mind that they converted Chalcedonian. Look at that. They're useful now, guys. I'm so proud of them. They've proven themselves useful. Oh, our dude died. Okay. So yeah. It's pretty much we just have to wait. And I mean, here's the thing. Frisia doesn't look too stable either. I mean, I guess they are at +1. They should have stayed home. Whatever. I don't care if I lose a little bit of my income. Truce with the Axums expired. Good. Like I said, it'd be great if I could actually go to war with some people, but I can't do anything but sit on my northern border and be watchful and vigilant against the barbarians. Frisia is going to be a bit trickier to deal with, because they do have a pile of troops, as we can see. And the barbarian invasion, I believe, gives them an additional 50% force limits in manpower, as well as it gives them a bunch of extra troops, like, pre-built. So, we're going to have to be a bit cautious when Frisia does it. Frisia will make their play. They will hit us. We, I think, can defeat them, though. Hopefully without too many provinces lost, if any. I mean, if I was... Ooh, wow. What? Oh, man. Can the Gepids do 2 invasions? Wait, can barbarians do multiple invasions? I thought they could only do 1. Oh, they can only do 1 every 20 years, I think. Yeah, that's how long that modifier lasts. I was looking at the code before. I think they can do 1 every 20 years. That's slightly concerning. They can no longer do barbarian invasions once they hit military tech 17. But that could be a while. Nevertheless, that does pretty much ensure that Byzantium has now completely lost their grip on Greece. I didn't realize that they were going to do a second invasion. And that now scares the living shit out of me. That I'm going to be tied down on my border until Frisia hits Tech 17 and reforms into a feudal monarchy. Well, I'm pretty certain that they aren't crossing the Sea of Marmara and the Dardanelles. So I think the Gepid conquest ends there, but nonetheless, that does kick Byzantium out of Europe. Poor bastards. Poor bastards. Okay, Alumni is 15. They're at +1 stability. They have nothing occupied by rebels, so... Now we wait. It has a mean time to happen of 12 months, so it could happen pretty much any time. Won't take long. But nonetheless, we have to sit on the northern border and be ever vigilant. Who knows, Byzantium might be able to take something back if they fight really hard. I don't know. Yeah, I totally can standing into mercantilism. I mean, I've been really pumping out the mercantilism, so I'm already at 26%. Which is pretty sizable. I'm hoping to eventually get to, you know, 200% mercantilism. Ooh, this could be good. Like I said, right now I wait for either of them to lose about 20 prestige, which is what happens if they decline to invade me, or if I get a declaration of war mysteriously delivered. One of the two will occur. Foreign blots? Seize them in their wealth. Well, so much for that good Republican tradition we had. Not happening now, apparently. They do not have a proper casus belli. So, if they don't have a proper casus belli, that means it was an event-driven declaration of war. It's a barbarian invasion, folks. Let us march. We were prepared for you. We probably will need to gather our forces here. Looks like since this is the first month of the barbarian invasion, they haven't managed to reinforce their morale at all. So the morale bonus will not come into play yet. But, nonetheless, I can still overcome it. With ease. For the time being, anyway. We cannot allow them to pass. If they march forward, we're dead. That's pretty much it. We do not have choice here. Well, we already lost all of our fucking Republican tradition, so let's not lose any more, shall we? Okay, yeah, you had to sue the title. The good news is, probably at least some of their troops are locked up here. I know the extra troops they get respond to their capital, so I don't know how many of them they're able to use right now. They have military access to the Gepids, but not to Alumni. Quadi declared war on Byzantium without a proper casus belli. Well, we know what's going on. It's barbarian invasion time for everybody. Oh yes, right. I totally forgot about that. That could have been disastrous if they'd built troops there. Because we all know the very moment, like, if they occupy anything, they will just instantly get it, knowing my luck. Alright. So, they do have a significant morale advantage on me, as a result of, yeah, migration there. You got plus 30%. Which is pretty rough, but I think I can easily overcome it with proper staggering of my armies. Oof, that was close. Will that be enough? Yeah, good. Alright. Good. And that clears out their army. And the entire southern half of their country now belongs to me. So much for that barbarian invasion. Well, we kind of expected this. I mean, that's why all these troops were on the border. Taken by surprise, this can be devastating. Don't be fooled. Always be prepared for them. Alright, so region map mode. So I want doot. Yeah, it's gonna be too much. Taking one war. Damn. Wait, is that? That is. So that's also on the menu. Alright, so this is my total demands of what I want from them over time. But I think right now, I'm willing to settle. We've dealt with that, and for 20 years, we don't have to worry about them coming back. As far as I'm concerned, that's a win. So I just sort of want the Italian region under my control at this point. This is, you know, fairly small. We don't have to deal with it too much. At least one of these provinces is convertible for the time being. Two of them, actually. So yeah, and most importantly, it gives me a border fort here, which, you know, for the next invasion and will actually serve use against Frisia as well. So, properly prepared. There. Plus, you know, I can't get to their northern part anyway. Alright. So that was a nice, easy barbarian invasion to deal with. And it does pay to be prepared, as it turns out. What? Good. Don't forget important centers of trade. Yeah, they don't have one. They just have the Po estuary, which I don't really care about. I should probably consider starting to collect in Venice, but I feel like I should invade Venice first. Anyway, they'll be back in 20 years, so we can take more then. Alright. In this case, I think, again, we just need some shamash. The barbarian invasion issue has been averted for the time being. So I think we're good. We're good. We're good for now. I think we can go back to business as usual. Frisia still Tech 13, so they're of no threat. I mean, if Subi decides they want to invade the Alumni and border me, that could be a problem. Francia and Lombardy both at Tech 15. It appears the Gepids and Byzantium are at an impasse, with Byzantium now locked out of Greece. Constantinople having fallen to the barbarians. A dark day for the Roman Empire. A dark day for the Roman Empire. Ah, well. I suppose that'll happen.